What's up, fellow gamers? Balak here, back with a new game, Atlas. After a long hiatus, I'm back to making some videos, and I've taken up this Atlas game. I've been looking at it for a long time, and I was reading some really bad reviews on it, so I was really hesitant to get the game and to play the game. Um, but they came out with a single-player version of it instead of just getting online. The Atlas was originally meant, I think, to be a pirate MMO type game, right? And they do have official servers you can get on, but a lot of people were asking for the single player. So now they have like as you can tell by the screen, they got a non-dedicated host section where you can play with your friends, or you can just play single player with the entire map and everything that's in the game currently. And I have been playing the game. I've wanted to get to know it before I made a video, so I'm just not fumbling around with different stuff. I still don't know everything in the game. I know the basics. I've got it down. I've got a few, I don't know, 10 or 12 hours in it, and I've done some stuff. So, I mean, the map is huge. If you don't know this game, or if you're watching this video, you probably do know the game, or you're interested in the game. It's got a really, really big map, and the way the official servers are set up, each section of the map, each square of the map is its own server, so you have to zone between. And there's a line, you can see it. It's like a light blue line across the water as you take your ship, in case you didn't know this is a pirate game. And as you go across, and then you'll zone into the next one, right? They're all connected, and it works pretty smooth. There is a little delay, so it's not seamless. It's games like Star Citizen where you're in space, they're the same way. They just have a different way of dealing with going from zone to zone. You're using the warping technology that they have within the game. Here, you're just traveling on a boat, and you go from one section to the next, and there's a little bit of a stutter and a little bit of a pause, and then it keeps going. But I find that the least of my worries when I'm playing a game, because in my mind, I think this game is not getting the credit that it's due. And like I said, I've been reading a lot of bad reviews on it. It's buggy, it doesn't work, people are having crashes. It is early access, and I know quote unquote early access is looked down upon now because they think people are doing cash grabs. And there are games out there that do this. As an offshoot of the Arc company, or the company that made Arc, I they've got that same engine. And if you go in and look at some of the menus, you can tell. Now, I've played Arc just a little bit. Didn't really like it. This whole taming dinosaurs thing that was not for me. I'm an explorer by nature. That exploring, that's why I like Star Citizen and I like No Man's Sky. It's exploring, in the nature of those games. This game has a lot of exploring, and like I said, the map is huge, and even by myself on this huge map, there's stuff to do. There's natural disasters. I've tried to do a few of the little mini missions, and they end up being much harder because there are NPCs that fight back against you, which we'll probably see at some point during this series. But anyway, I just wanted to start a new series of adventures in the Atlas game, and hopefully keep having fun like I am right now. I just wanted to share that fun because, like I said, I think the game is getting a pretty bad rap right now. There been issues? Yes. When I first installed the game, I had a couple issues. I had to do the whole Steam validate your files thing, and I had a couple missing files. Things like that happen. I get it, but there's no game out there that doesn't have a bug or two, even released games. So, as I recall, one of the Elder Scrolls games, which one was it? It was Oblivion. It was so buggy when it came out, and they had, on the I think it was on the PlayStation, there was these bugs where you could dupe stuff and all kinds of things. So I mean, and those are just single player games. So there are issues with games, and they tend to patch them and fix stuff as they go along. And again, I think this game is getting a bad rap. So I'm going to go ahead and ask everybody watching this video, keep an open mind, because it's about building, and it's about adventure, and it's about taming and farming, and that's kind of what I play in, the space that I like now. And so this is fun. So what I'm going to do is I did, unfortunately, you can't keep several saves. So I'm hoping, quote unquote air quotes here, that I've actually made a copy of my save that I had for the game that I was playing, so that I can reload that and play that one later on, because I was having a good time doing that. But I want to start a new one, so I had to delete it. And as you can tell, and I'm not sure if my mouse is showing up or not, but there's Blackwood and then there's Ocean. So Blackwood, I think, and I'm not positive, but I think it was done by a modder, and they took one of I can't remember how many squares there is. There's like a lot of squares. There's like 50 different sections of the map, and I think they took all the aspects of all the the resources and weather and all this kind of stuff, and they modded it into one big square. And then it was so good that the game developers took that and added it as an official DLC. Instead of just a mod, it's an official DLC now. I've tried that one. I didn't really like it. It's not as optimized as the game is itself. Probably a lot of it's because it's using Unreal Engine, the newest version, and modders typically aren't professionally trained programmers. Some of them are. It's more of a hobbyist type deal, right? And the game, that part's not optimized. Now Atlas itself is not super optimized as it is, but they're constantly working on it, and there are updates from the devs, and I keep track of that stuff. And other than just the people that just hate the game and hate the developers, as you can see, I have a bunch of mods over here, and I've downloaded these mods. I'm not going to run this series with any of these mods. These mods I'm actually using to play on a server. So there's a third-party server, not an official server. It's one of the unofficial ones that I was looking at in the discussion section, and I started playing on there. And it's pretty good. It's probably got about half the map. They're paying a good sum of money because I looked into what it's going to cost to actually have a server that had everything. It had all the islands and all the different sections of the map. You're talking a pretty fair amount of money. And so these people have that, about half that put together, and a lot of custom stuff in there. So I thought I would give it a shot, and I spent a few hours playing that already, and it's pretty good too. But we're going to do our own thing here. So we're just going to have the game as it is, because as you can see on the left, there's a lot of stuff that you can do, changing stuff. So I'm going to keep the difficult level where it was at, because that's the single player game that I had. Player damage, we don't have to worry about that. We don't have other players. Structure damage, we're not going to be destroying anything other than animals and NPCs that might. The rest of this is the same. One thing I did change when I've been playing is the XP multiplier, taming speed multiplier. I upped these. Creature turret damage, harvest amount. I did change that to 2 times. That's the same. That's the same. I think I pretty much left most of it the same. Yeah, allow third party. So you can set all these different things up for your single player game, and you can do your multiplayer games the same way. But I'm going to go ahead and just leave it just like I had it, where it was gathering twice as much and creature harvesting, which is something I haven't done. So I've seen other videos and watched other people play to where you can tame your creatures and have your creatures go out, and you can like bang on the trees and bang on rocks, and they'll gather stuff for you as you're riding them. So that's why it's at 3.2. I haven't done that yet, but maybe we'll do some of that in this series. So I'm going to go ahead and just start the game. So we're going to play a single player game. And I don't know if you can hear it, but in the background there's like this epic soundtrack, and it's very piratey. That's the only way to put it, right? So I like it. It's just so loud. I wanted to turn it completely off, but I just got it down about as low as I can get it, so that maybe you guys can hear it in the background just a tad bit, and while we're playing the game, because it does bring a little bit of ambiance to the game. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm not sure how long this is going to take. Typically, if you have Steam running and you've already logged in, and you're playing a game, and you go back to it with Steam still up, it logs in really quick. The initial logins can take a little while. Like I said, the game, I was looking earlier, the game files is 128 gigabytes. So just be forewarned, if you're looking to get Atlas, it is a large download, and then when it unpacks, it is a large game. So you need to make sure you have the space, on your drives. And I'm putting all my games now, my Steam library, over to an SSD. Oh, look at that. That happened pretty quick. But it's still got to load the world. So this is just the default guy. And, I tried to do the whole randomizer thing, but it did not really work. So I don't know if I can. Let me try this. No, so it didn't remember my last guy. So we're just gonna. And where did I spawn last time? I don't even remember. We're gonna spawn on 820. I don't know what this is. It's just a random thing, so we're just gonna do it. We're gonna give this guy, my acronym here. We're gonna call him Balak. And we're going to call him Blackstone. Let's see what we can do. I mean, you can customize. It's not super. I mean, yeah. Let me take that back. You can actually spend quite a bit of time doing it. It's not super detailed. Hopefully, they'll get some more options for you. Hair length. My last guy was like an old pirate guy, so maybe we'll do that. We'll give him some muscles. Let's get his age. He's really young there. Let's make him an old guy like that. Not quite that old. How about like right about there? Let's see. Skin color. He's a pirate. He needs to be just a little bit tan there. Brow, all that stuff I'm going to leave the same. Hairstyles, hair side. I'm going to give him blue eyes. Let's do that. I think that's about it. I think that's all I really need. Oh, hair color. Let's do this. We are going to make him old, so let's make him, his hair just be white. I like it. Guy's name is Blackstone, and he's got white hair. So there you go. And I've never done the whole draw tattoo thing. What's that do? Oh, you can just do your own. Got it. All right, I'm not going to do that. We're not going to worry about that. So this is the guy. We're going to keep him, and we're going to use this one. Create Pathfinder. They have a Kraken. Whoa, that was really loud. They have a Kraken, and they have whales and some other stuff. I mean, there's sharks that'll try to attack you. There's all kinds of things. I usually have to wait a minute. Oh, hey, how you doing, guy? To let the graphics start loading in, and it's probably a function of my graphics card not being like super up to date. See that how it just kind of focused in there? So once it's there, it's good. I don't know if you can see it, but my frame rate is about 37 to 40 is what I'm running at. So it's not super great, but it's pretty good. It's good enough for me. As long as I run 35 or 40, I'm good. So check this out. If you get over here, this is just a free port. This is where you start. Everybody starts at a free port. The island we picked was just a randomized island, I guess. But look at this. I remember back in the day when video games could not produce water. And it just looked like the ground but fuzzy. You know, that's how they made water, because it was very hard to get water to look like water, and this is just pretty amazing to me, especially on the scale that they've done it here. I'm sure we could, I could bump the graphics up if I had a better card and make the fidelity much better. This is good enough for me. So, and this entire game has all the islands seem to be just handcrafted. They're not randomized. Somebody's gone through meticulously and made these things and put stuff up. The only disappointment is none of these buildings, you can't go in none of them, you can't look in any of them, and I'm not sure if they're ever going to have that. I found another city or town in my other single player game, and whereas you can hear like there's people working and talking, there was nobody there, which was very odd. It was like a ghost town. You can just hear the souls of the past. But there are a few NPCs here, like we can come talk to this guy. Hey, how you doing? And you can see from here, we can hire a crew member, or we can get this respec juice, right? And I think I can respec anyway in the single player, but you're staring at me, dude. Yeah, you better put your arms behind your back. So in this game, you can do first person, which is where I like to play, or you can go into third person. And my guy did not look like that. He had hair. How come this guy does not have hair? Early access bug. Okay, we're going to go ahead and go back into first person. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty meticulously grown or developed here, and it looks good. I mean, I like it. So the first thing you got to do is just start picking stuff. I mean, that's just like any other sandbox game. Bam! Just get stuff. Start getting stuff. Go into your inventory and you take a look. See, look, I don't know why he doesn't have no hair. It drives me nuts. Basic inventory. You can add stuff. You can see I've already leveled up, and as you level up, you can go in here and add stuff to different sections. We got, fortitude. If you hover over it, it kind of tells you what it is. Fortitude, the game has a heat and cold index, so you can get hot and get cold. I like to put a lot of points into fortitude. That way I can handle that stuff much better and not get as many alerts. But trust me, it gets hot and it gets cold. Once you do that and you pick it, it automatically takes you to the skill screen. As you can tell, there's all these skills at the very top. You start out with just the far left one open, you know. So here's your skill points is down in the lower left-hand corner. I got 8 to spend, and so what do I want to spend them on? I got to go and take a look at it. We got to get the basics so that we can, you know, make us some hatchets and picks and torches and stuff like that. Very important. It goes pretty quick, you know. Once you start leveling up and you get a lot of points, you can just start going through and spend them all quick. I mean, you can spend them fast. I'm just trying to get the basics down. I got to have some tools. I got to know how to make the tools. Got to get a water keeper. There is a hunger and there is a thirst system in the game, and you need to have that. See this right here? It says unlocking farming. That's up here. So if I get this one, I have 5 points. It's going to take me 2. I get cooking. Then it unlocked the pot appears so that now I can go into cooking and I can go basic cooking. Another important skill that you need to have, you know, as part of survival. You have to eat. Water storage I'm not going to worry about. Overheating tolerance, I'm not going to do that right away. I got other pressing things that we should probably worry about. Let's see. Yeah, we need to get archery, but I don't have enough points. See that? Got 2. Got that one. So I'm going to go ahead and save these points now. In the MMO side of it, you can come in and create your own companies, right? So when I was playing on the server earlier, I was able to do that. So I can click on this and I can, let's just say, remove. It's just me. So there's nobody else here. But you can create a company and you can add people and have your own like business, right? Oh, look at that. Lower right hand corner. 3 fireballs. That means I'm hot. This is for your taming, for all your animals. You can get different groups and have them do different things. That's a holdover from Ark, I think. Discoveries is what it is. When you land on an island, it tells you about it. There's 4 discoveries here. So I'm on this island, and there's these other 3 out there in the ocean somewhere. And then here's the map. Remember I told you there was a large map? So you zoom in. This is the island we're starting in, right? It doesn't zoom all the way down. It's not super detailed as far as the map, but it's good to know what things on this map mean. Darker areas are deeper ocean. Lighter areas, excuse me, are a little bit lighter. The light blue ones are really, really shallow. So I mean, you got to get in there. You got to make sure that you're not gonna, run aground once you get a ship and you start traveling around. But watch this when I zoom out. M7. That's where we're at. This is the map. It goes A to O, 1 through 15. That's how big it is. And it takes a while. I think there is fast travel in the game as far as when you put beds down, which is your quote-unquote respawn point. And you can go in between. You don't take anything with you. But I've not done that yet. I've just been putting beds down and respawning and traveling around. Now, on the right here, they do have some NPC quests that you can do. Things that you get rewarded and stuff. But, honestly, I'm just having fun exploring and seeing the different sites and building my encampments and trying to find the perfect place to build my house and shipyard and everything else. Because there are ships you can build. There are NPCs out in the ocean that you can fight. So we need to... I'm just having fun doing that, to be honest with you. So let's get out of this. Get back into the game proper here. And let's just start collecting some stuff. So I go into inventory. What do I have right now? I just got fibers. You can see right here I can now craft some stuff, right? So right click. I'm going to craft this hat. Clothing helps keep you warm, helps keep you cool. So I don't know why you don't have no hair, dude, but you don't have no hair. Let's keep going. Vitals on the right hand side. You can see where there's like different lines above the XP, and those are vitamins. They have a vitamin system. You have to make sure you keep yourself balanced, otherwise you will get sick and start taking damage. So for survival enthusiasts like myself that like to play these kind of games, it's really cool. I know a lot of people don't like it, they're complaining that those things should be taken out of the game, and I get it when you're a PvP guy and that's all you're looking to do. That's not me. You know, I don't mind playing on servers where there's PvP in sections and areas or like, but I don't like being forced to do it all the time. I have played games in the past where it was PvP no matter where you were at, and it was kind of an open world stuff. And while it was fine when you have friends, it really sucks when you're by yourself. And I just prefer not to do it. Let me see what we can make now. I got some rocks in me, so we need some wood. So now we got to go over here, which is kind of silly. We're going to punch this tree and get some wood off of it. Get some wood and get some thatch. Wood. Right fist wood. Left fist thatch. Let's see what we got now. One more piece of wood. We'll get a couple more. Yeah, I am taking damage if you notice. Oh, look at down there in the lower right hand corner now. See a guy? See how he's kind of like really red and got his hand up? He's overheating. So what we need to do is there is water out here. If you take a dip, you'll cool off. But you have to be careful that you don't wait too long, because you, like I said, you will take damage and it will kill you. Here it is. Oh yeah. So here's a freshwater pool. Let's go in here and as you can tell, I got the 3 dots back. What the hell was that? Which means I'm still hot, but I'm not sweltering. Let's see if we can make us a... What do we need here? We need hide, which means I gotta kill an animal, so... Now that we got a pick, let's get some stuff. Oh, what's this stuff? Turmeric. There's a lot of veggies, a lot of herbs. A lot of them are, of course, used in cooking and used for making healing packs and a lot of other stuff. So I've actually never seen the turmeric before. So just like a lot of them, though, I mean, every island has its own specialty. They've really done that with the game to where, like, you can't really find an island that has everything. You have to travel around, which makes the game more interesting. I always do that. I put the crafting plan in my hotbar, which great, it makes it, but if I do it again, it'll try to make another one, so we don't want to do that. Yeah, I know you're hot, buddy. You need to right click and we'll get... There we go. Get some wood. Get some thatch. Can we make... What do we need here for a hatchet? I need some flint, so we gotta go find us some rocks to destroy. Alright, better get back in the water for a minute. Now we can do this. Let's make us a hatchet. And a spear. I only make one spear, huh? What do I need to make that? Just more wood. Okay, let's go get some more wood. Now that we have a hatchet, it's more efficient at getting the wood. And let's put this on number 3. Alright. Spears, you can chuck them, you can get them back most of the time. Sometimes they do break and you can't retrieve them from the place where you threw them, either an animal or another NPC. My hand's in the tree. I will take your heart. So let's see how many of these spears we can make now. 1? Why? What's it? Oh, I need more flint, more fibers. Duh. So let's do this. We'll go 2, put that away, because you can't pick up fibers with something in your hand. They do have a sickle. I can make that later on, and that will harvest, you know, these things much, much, much faster. Stuff. Alright, let's go find another rock. Here we go. Let's get this one that's right in the water. How's that? Level up. Okay. Let's try this now. There we go. Now we can make 12 of them. Make a cooking pot. Yeah, and you can't move very fast once you start crafting. So be very mindful of that. Don't craft during PvP or don't craft during PvE when you're fighting. Just don't do it. Poor guy has no shirt on. He's got suspenders though. I don't know where he got those at. I see a bird over here, so we're going to go over here and take out this seagull. Or is it a chicken? Oh, it's a chicken. Sorry, chicken. Chickens do lay eggs. You can't collect them, and you can't eat them. Well, that's going to take me 2 spears to kill a chicken. And see, as I crossed them, I went ahead and picked my spears back up. Let's go here, because we want not just meat, because we will get meat, but the pick will get more skin, I believe. So let's see. Can we make some... We can make some shoes. Let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and hit some more fortitude there. I'm not ready to... Well... Yeah, let's go ahead and get the archery one. Close this out. Is there another bird that we can get or something? Birds are pretty easy to kill, so... Early in the game, they're like the go-to. See a seagull up there. Come on. See a pig. Oh, there's just nothing close here. We're just going to have to run around and... Let's go take a dip in the water real quick. Pretty shallow right here. But as you notice, the heat went away. Alright. See a bird around here? There's one flying. Let's go follow this guy. The birds will land. What is that? If you walk up and target something, hit H, it tells you what it is. That's metal. Nice. Now I lost track of the bird. Where'd the bird go? Hello, birdie. Hello? There he is. See him going down? Oh, I missed. Well, that didn't work out too well. I thought he was going to land. I didn't know he was going to fly off. It's not a stupid bird, that's for sure, huh? I wish I... Where's my... oh, there it is. Ha-ha! Got it back. Come on, land, dummy. I mean, I can try to kill one of these pigs, but the pigs will fight back. Let's see what level this guy is. He's level 2. I can probably kill him. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that'll work. That'll get me some hide. Sorry, pig. Let's see. Oh, it gave me fur. Why did it give me fur? Oh, it says it's hide. So what do I need then? I need... Oh, of course, I need fibers. Always something, right? Lucky sucker. It looks like these should be black. Oh, they're elderberries. Okay, good job. Something to eat. As you can tell, I got a picture of, in the lower right-hand corner, it looks like different colored pills and vitamins. Just letting me know that those are starting to drop. Alright, let's do this now. Oh, that's a lot of meat, man. Let's get us some clothing. Make one of those, one of these, one of these, and one of these. We're going to make a couple water skins, too. And I'm going to have to probably kill another pig. So water is hard to come by sometimes. So when you get your ship going, you need to make sure you have a source of water. Else you're going to be in trouble. So let's put some crappy pants on. Let's put a crappy shirt on. Some crappy shoes on. And some crappy gloves. There you go. How's that? Guys looking very piratey, huh? What is all this stuff? Turmeric. I don't think I need that much, so I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of some of this. Oh, I already made shoes, didn't I? I didn't realize that. I forgot. Alright, we're just going to get rid of those. I don't need the bones for right now, so I just need to save in weight. As you can tell, I've got 199 out of 320 already, so I just need to be very careful. Don't need that much meat either. The spears, I can only hold... Okay, so it can only hold 10 at a time, so we got to keep those. We'll keep a little bit of metal, some thatch, some elderberries. So you can tell by my, like where it says elderberry, and these, or elderberries, and what is this berry? A corolla, whatever that is. So see how they're orange? That correlates directly with what vitamins they're going to give you if you go ahead and eat those. So, hello, where are you, guy? A little bit stronger. We're going to kill him anyway. Oh! I took a hit on that one. We're not very strong at the beginning, so you have to be very careful. Go ahead and get some more of this guy. So we'll get rid of this, get rid of that, get rid of that. And I need some plant fibers. So let's get some more fibers. Like I said, you know, the game, to me, is not getting the credit I think that it really deserves. I know they've had issues. They had a rocky launch. I wasn't part of that, so I don't have that that bad juju from the beginning of the game. I just know what I'm playing now, and as you can tell, oh, look at some monkey. Hi, monkey. He doesn't want to be tamed right now. I don't have the skill right now anyway. What is this? Is this that turmeric? Yeah, this is turmeric. But, I mean, this is the game pretty much how it is. I mean, it looks good. It's running well. 35 to 40 frames a second. You know, I'm happy with it. Sun's starting to go down. So let's go take a look. Oh, let me go ahead and get some more fortitude, and then we'll do a little weight. And we'll come back to this portion. I don't want to do that right now. I'm going to go see. Like I said, the game is about exploring, and I'm really enjoying the exploring portion of it. The ocean is done well, and the way you navigate with your ship is done well. Look at that guy. And everything, like I said, is pretty much handcrafted. It's. I'm having a good time with it, you know. So, well, it's acai berries. I think that's how you say it. Hey, chicken. But this is the starter island. It has, you know, everything that you pretty much need to get started here. Um, there is claiming of land and territory control and stuff like that in the game. You don't really need it when you're playing single person because it's just you. There's nobody going to come destroy your stuff unless you destroy it. Currently, NPCs don't do that. Although the next patch they're working on is got something they call encampments, which will be like pirate bandits that will have camps that you can raid, and that they may come raid you. I think that was the plan, but we'll see. What is this guy selling? Hey, how you doing? So if you want to make your own ship, magical. Huh. Guys. I mean, there's a lot of crafting in the game, so if you like crafting... The Army of the Damned. What is that? Wow. I hadn't seen this before. Maybe it's because I was on a different island. Get myself a hook and a peg leg. That's kind of cool. Alright, that's what this guy's selling. So this guy out here, he was selling that respec soup. But this guy right here will get you a boat. His name is, he's a shipyardsman. Yeah. Hey, no name guy, how you doing? Good. Okay, what do you got for me? Right now we can afford a raft. Because this is, you know, as far as materials, it's just materials. Why would I do that when I can just go get some wood and get some fibers? I've got enough hide. So let's go get some more fibers and some more wood, and we'll be right back here, sir. Be right back. Hold, please. We'll just run right out here. Oop, let's use this one. Yeah. As you can tell, my water's about halfway down. Oh, tree. My water on the right-hand side is about halfway down, and I'm starting to get a little hungry there. So, like I said, you have to pay attention to this stuff. It's very important. Oh, take two. Got to do this with a free hand. I've actually got the night turned, not off, but it'll get dark. You'll see the moon, you'll see the stars, but it doesn't last very long. I just prefer to have more daylight, which is odd because I just got back from vacation in Alaska about a month ago, and it was like sunny at 10:30 at night, which was very odd to me. How about now? Oh, look at that. We got a ramshackle sloop. So we're going to go ahead and have him craft me one of those. Boom. That man's a quick worker. So we're going to call this the Ramshackle RS Explorer. Now, there are other ships. You can build your own shipyards, and we'll get to all that. But for right now, this is our initial ship. And there he is, RS Explorer. So can I make? All right, so we're gonna have to go. Oh, let's make a couple of these. Let's see. I can make 2 of these. Let's do that. And let's go into skills, because what I need to do is I need to get. Where is that at? Do medicine. Smithy. Hand-to-hand combat. Lantern, hatchet. Well, I mean, that's cool. Oh, we got this is what it is. I need to get this one. We need to unlock this construction. Unlocks this one up here. Now I can go in here. Basic building. This is what we need. So let's learn how to make tools. Let's learn how to make basic buildings. Let's do handyman. Tannery. What I'm looking for is my storage. I can't remember where that one is at. Whoa, what was that? There it is. I guess it was in there somewhere. So let's make a... How many of these can we make? Only one? So in the crafting menu on the left-hand side here, you can create your own folders and drop stuff in there. You can do a folder view. It tells you the things you can make within a folder. Or you can just go craftable. I have to take that away. These are all the stuff I can make right now with the materials I have on hand. Or if I click that, this is all the stuff I know how to make. So why do I need to make this box? Oh, I need more wood. Okay. What I'm trying to do is, you can go over here and get on your ship, and you can put storage boxes and different wheels and cabins and all kinds of stuff on it. This one in particular, I just want to put some storage boxes on it. We're going to get what we need so we don't die immediately once we get out on the open water. That would make for a short game. So we'll go ahead and get some more stuff. You know, I should probably make a fire and cook some meat. But, can I make it here? We're going to do this and craft it and put it on the boat. That's what we're going to do. Cooking pot does better, but I don't want to put a cooking pot on the boat. I should make a torch or two. How many storage boxes do we have? We'll do another one. And another one. Okay. Again, walking slow. It's foggy out all of a sudden. Notice that? Look at that. Yeah, the weather system works pretty good too. So let's actually get out here and get on the boat. Now there is a little bit of a bug when you try to get on the boat. So you have to go up the ladders, right? You know, so let's put our thing away. Jump down in the water. You have to like hit this just right. Come over here, you're being pushed around by the current. Hit E to climb up, and you just gotta kinda hit E. Sometimes it doesn't work. You gotta look down, look up, something. Underwater maybe? Yeah, I'm just having trouble getting up there. It's funny, I was just talking about that, and then it happens. There you go. Hit it just right, now I can climb up. Boom, and here's our boat. Fall down there, you can't get back up, so watch out. Sails. You can man the sails. Once you man the sails, you hit left and right, you can turn it, right? So you gotta watch out. If you look in the upper right hand corner, that big white arrow tells you exactly which way the wind is coming from. So, and you can tell it's green and turns red when your sail's not going to get any wind. So if I was to open these sails right now, which you can, if you hold E, you can do it in increments, or you can open it all at once, or close it all at once, or whatever. If I do that, this boat will take off. Boom. We don't want to do that yet. What we do want to do is this. I want to come in here and put some storage on this boat. Because we're going to need it. You know, it's not perfect, but it'll work. We're going to put this one right up here in the front. Alright, so there we go. So let's go, it's not perfect. Okay. This one right here, I think we're going to go ahead and put the meat in here. You hit T, you can transfer it all over. We'll put foodstuffs in the left one. See, rotten meat, food does go bad, so you have to be careful with that. And let's put this in our hotbar. You have to have stuff in your hotbar to place it. And in this one, we're going to just put supplies. We'll put our stone, thatch, all that stuff in there. And I'll put in the extra torch as well. Now, the raw meat, I just get rid of it. You can use it later on for fertilizer, but it's just taking up space right now. And taking up a 0.2 weight. Oh, which brings me up to another thing. My boat, the RS Explorer, only holds so much weight. So if you look down, it kind of tells you, you can upgrade different sections. Right now we have 25,000 of 25,000. If I hit E, come on, if I hit E, go in here and you can rise the acre, bring the acre up, or you can go in your options. You have to keep E held down. And here's your different things you can do with it, right? So let's look at the ship properties. So right now we can hold 1,200 pounds of stuff, and we got about 556. As you use your ship, it will upgrade as well, just like you, and you can add points. I typically add weight, resistance, and sturdiness. It doesn't matter about this other stuff. I'm not using a crew on here. I don't need extra beds for crew, and I'm not going to be fighting. Not from the ramshackle. So we'll get to that part. I will do this. Something that I did learn in my other game is that if you put a fire right here, when it's time to get cold, see how I'm on the boat? Hit E and you activate it. Yeah, if you have a fire right here, you don't get cold. So, all right, we need to go get some more stuff. How am I cold? I was just like burning up earlier, and now I'm cold. Silly weather. But if I take this out and hold a torch, it will warm me up. As you can tell, it says my wetness is 90% and it's dropping. It's the lower right hand corner. Once that gets down to 0, I won't be wet anymore. So let's go get a few more supplies here. That's where your torch goes when you put it away, right? That's not burning your back at all. I hate this game. It's not real. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to get some more wood and some more thatch. And we'll get some more fibers. Timber! Oh, disappeared. Okay. Let's go, pirate men! And let's put that away. We'll grab a bunch of fibers here. Sorry about that. I had to get a drink. Fiber, fiber, fiber! So we got some fibers. Now let's go get some rock. Wrong one. That one. I know, dude. You're tired. Right here. Let's get this guy. All rocks have stone, metal, and flint, it seems like, unless they are labeled just metal. Again, you can find out by hitting H, right? Tells you stone, flint, metal. And what you find is that at different islands, flint will be called something else, but it's really, the description is just flint, and I just broke my thingy. Alright. If you have the supplies and you just hit the number in your hotbar, it will fix it for you, so that is a good deal. Where are we at? Let's see. 312 metal. Let's get some more of this wood. What kind of wood is this? Just wood. I like it. Not hardwood, not softwood, not wetwood. It's just wood. Quit grunting. Well, that guy's loud. And I'm encumbered now. Let's see. That's alright. We're not super encumbered. So let's hit 2. Let's get a few more of these things. Where are we at now? 200, 2... I think that's going to be good for now. We will be making stops at other islands as we get underway. But you can see I'm running right now. You can see how much slower he's running. Just because he weighs so much. Doesn't have a backpack or anything. But he's carrying all that stuff in his pockets. Hear that? Sounds like there's a lot of people. Oh, wrong way. I don't know where I'm going. Down these stairs. Past the one-eyed guy. See if we can get on board the ship without having too much trouble this time. Knock on wood. Come on. Turtle. Hey, turtle. Gotta make sure it's not a shark or something else. Come on. Man, I cannot get it this time. Yeah, I know I'm cold, okay? I usually can get it pretty good. This is just odd. Come on. This is one of those frustrating bugs that people are complaining about. I've actually only had a little bit of trouble with this. Typically there's a sweet spot that you have to find. I think it has to do with the ladder being like in the anchor being dropped so close. If it was a little farther out and it was a little deeper, we wouldn't be having this problem. Or maybe it's because I weigh too much. I didn't think about that. Let me try this. If I take this metal, chunk it, no, that's not it. And it just does not want to let me up there, does it? I'll tell you what, I'll get up there and then I'll bring you guys back. I don't want you to sit here and watch me struggling to get up here in this thing. It's really funny. I don't have any trouble with it for the most part in my single player games, but as soon as I start filming, bam. So let me get this figured out and I'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. I was finally able to get into the ship. I just had to move it forward and off center a little bit, and I'm getting there no problem now. I don't understand what it was. Just where it spawned, it did not like that. So you walk over here and just boom, there you go, not a problem. Just didn't like where it was spawned, I guess. So I went ahead and got a little bit of resources while I was was waiting to see if I could get into this thing. I'm going to go ahead and put those in here. Come on. Transfer, 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 transfer. Oh, wait. We were going to do something. We need to make a bed. So, fibers, thatch, and wood. So, wood, fibers, thatch. We need a spawn point before we get moving. So, we're going to craft one bed. We're going to put it on the boat here. That's there. Let's get that there. That in there, that in there, that in there. Put that wood in there. Actually, let's take some of this wood. We're going to put that in our fire over there. So, I'm just going to put the bed right here, and this seems to work for me. We just stick her right there in front of the hold. In fact, if I do this, maybe I can cover a little bit of that hold up. There we go. Yeah, so that's where we'll spawn if we die. And I'm sure we'll die at some point. So, let me see. Do I have anything in the fire? Nothing in there yet. So we're going to put this wood in the fire. I'm going to go ahead and cook up this meat while we're out. I'm going to put these berries down here in my inventory just for a quick snack. And we'll go ahead and start that fire. We'll get that cooking. Let's put these over there. One thing I want to do before we take off here is I want to go get my water skins and fill them up. Oh, I got to level up. Hold on. Let's see what we're going to do here. Let's do some weight this time. Because I want to be able to hold some more stuff, right? Come on, you're supposed to jump up there, buddy. Normally it just, yeah, you can tell. Normally it jumps right up. Bam, there we go. Okay. Let's run over to that watering hole that we were at earlier when we tried to cool off. Most of these free ports have watering holes. How do you know? Because it says right there, water. So, we'll run over here real quick. Grab a drink. Oh yeah, that's a good thing I'm going to. If you look at my lower right hand corner there, my water droplets are almost empty. We could spend more time here skilling up and gathering resources. What the hell? Gathering resources. But I'd rather get on the high seas. I've done it a couple times already, and you just got to be careful and get out there. The first time I actually spawned in and got my ship, went out there and immediately got destroyed. So, lessons learned. So if you're in the water and you just hit E, you'll drink. If you go into here and you drop these down into these water skins down into your hotbar, and then just hit the numbers 7, 8, 9, it just fills them all up for you. So now we're good to go. We got a full water skins, 3 full water skins. We've got some food, we've got some supplies, we've got a bed, we've got our boat, and I might as well just take some more of these while I'm here. It's not gonna hurt nothing, right? Just in case. I mean, you can cook better foods. I mean, this is just raw food getting us by. This will get our vitamins and keep us up a little bit. But later on, you can like cook stews and different things. I actually have not cooked the stews yet because my other single player game didn't have I hadn't found all the stuff I needed to make the stuff. So, like I said, this is the first time I saw the turmeric. Salt, I didn't find any salt, which you really need for preserving meat. And for, oh, you know what? Can I make a hook yet? Let's look at something real quick. Skills. I bet it's under piracy, and we don't have that yet. Seamanship, captainship, piracy. Maybe it's seamanship. What I'm looking for is tiny shipyard. You can do a grappling hook. Grappling hooks are cool because then you can grapple onto other ships, onto stones, onto houses, and you can. It's a good way to get away. Get around. It's a good way to get away from creatures that want to kill you. So let's get back up on this boat. Oops. Oopsie daisy. Let's put some of this stuff in here. T transfers it all. Some stone in here. Let's go back into here. We're going to put a couple of these waters in here. So we've got ship, got our fire going. Fire will burn you. Oops. We've got some cooked meat. Let's go ahead and take that out of there. And we'll turn that fire off to preserve the wood. Alright, that's it. You know, it takes a little bit longer to get to this point if you don't have gathering up by twice as much. Yeah, this is the point, right? Is to get here and to get into the ocean and get going. So twice as much is fine. It's not as much of an advantage in the later stages of the game when there's a, you know, I say later stages, the part that I was in, because it takes a lot more resources to do with different things. So twice is not going to be a lot. I'm hot. Yes, I know I'm hot. That's why I took a drink. Let's jump in the water real quick. Do this. Cool off. Maybe it was because we were next to the fire. Probably not. It's probably just hot. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to open these sails fully. Boom. And if you look, it's falling down. The anchor comes up. Open fully. Now I'm going to man the sail. So the wind is directly in front of me. So we are good to go. Hey, turtle, bye-bye. Hit E to get out of there. Let's go to this one. We're going to straighten this out just a tad bit. Use your mouse. Say goodbye to the Freeport, peeps. We are out of here. We are off on our sea adventures. Steering the ship. It's just a rudder action. If you look in the upper right hand corner, you will see. Hey, I'm already ready for an upgrade again. Hey. Upper right hand corner, you see the yellow bar at the bottom of the ship. That's your rudder. Tells you which way it's going. It's not like a sports car. It's very slow and slushy, so you can like crank it all the way to the right. You see how it kind of swoops, and you got to go all the way to the left and go like sliding on ice almost. So I just want to stay straight, and let's get out of the Freeport area. Let's take a look at our map. So if you hit M and you hit map, it actually pulls up a small portion of the map. The one bug that I have, other than that one getting into the boat sometimes, this one's persistent. For some reason, I can't scroll that map. I can hit left and look at it, but I can't scroll in and out. It's supposed to be the mouse scroll bar, but it's not working. On the right-hand side is a compass, and that compass is handed down through the ages. That's what it says. So here we are, trying to see which direction we're going. Right now we're going southeast. Put the map away. Let me see. See that way over there? That brown stuff is a sunken boat. We do not have the ability to do that. And this is kind of a cool thing too. If you put the mouse down, you can go under the boat. And it helps because you have to be able to see where your boat's going when you get close to islands. You can hit sandbars and rocks, it can destroy your boat, and you can be starting over again. We don't want that to happen. Let me go ahead and do this upgrade real quick. Let's get some intelligence in there. And see how it says Ramshackle? Oh, there's another island way over there. See how it says Ramshackle Sloop is leveled up? So I'm going to get down here and I'm going to look at the boat. Go on the options. Don't want to scuttle it. Right here, options. And I'm going to start with weight. We're going to get some weight going so that we can add more to it without having so much of a penalty. You can get so much weight the closer to your max. Guess what? Your ship will not move. So let's hit I. Because of the issue I have with the map, I tend to just do this. I go into I, the inventory, and then scroll over to Atlas, and then you can zoom in and out of where you're at. As you can tell, this is the island we started on. We're headed, like I said, southwest, actually. Did I say east? I meant southwest. Where do we want to go? I've not been south. I was more up in the N and O areas before, so let's just do that. Let's just head south. So, hit escape. Hit map. Let's pull this up. Right now we are going southwest. I guess I need to learn how to read. So let's do south. So as I hang a left, a little bit, straighten out, right? Hit map. I am going pretty much due south, a little bit more left, and that'll do me. If you zoom in with the mouse wheel, it puts you right here, and you can see yourself, first person steering the ship. Mouse wheel out. There you go. Ramshackle. So what I'm going to do is, if you can notice in the upper right hand corner, the arrow has shifted. It says the wind is going that way, and I'm not getting efficient use of the wind. So if you have crew later on, you can have your crew do this while you still drive, but I have to go individually. I'm going to turn the sail into the wind, like so, and like so. Now we're getting more efficient use of that wind to get us to where we need to go. In real life, you would be holding this thing to the left, keeping it pegged to the left, the steering wheel, while the wind is trying to push you to the right, and that would keep you going in a straight line. So we're off. I haven't seen any of the ships of the damned yet, but I'm sure we will. This ocean is vast. Like I said, here's the ocean. I'm thinking maybe we'll go down to like the 10 line somewhere. See what's down there. But probably not today. We should probably call it an episode. Thanks for joining me. I mean, this is pretty much it. I mean, you saw what it takes to get going in your own ship and get on the ocean and start going. You just got to make sure you have supplies. That's the big thing. You can craft all day long. If you don't have the right supplies, or you don't know how to run your ship around, I would suggest that when you leave the island, you kind of go around, figure out how to use your boat. Oh, look at that. If I had a hook, I could get that box out there. There's crates everywhere in the ocean that has loot. And some of it's kind of neat loot, and it's free coins, and stuff costs coins, so there you go. But anyway, that would be my suggestion, that you do that. Learn how to drive your ship, learn what the wind does, go around the island, as proper. And then set sail. Make sure you have enough supplies to get you where you need to go. You can always stop and get supplies. There's islands all over the place. It doesn't look like there is right now, but there is. You just got to go to the right sections of each one of the map squares, and there'll be at least 3 or 4 islands in each map. So you can always get more supplies, but if you're trying to get someplace in a hurry, and sometimes weather is a factor. We don't see, it's pretty nice out right now. There's water spouts and wind and rain and huge waves and everything. So you have to be prepared for that stuff. But all right, so I'm gonna call it an episode today. Thanks for joining me. Like I said, this is Atlas. We're gonna have an exploringly good fun time, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.